other section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. Connection made with Chenault. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back to Taylor on 1st down. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
Taylor, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
And 5.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 17-yard line. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have taken the lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, this is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another 1st down. They'll look to throw again. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's it, baby. There it is. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half.
16-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
At the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jordan Reed in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand-new ball game. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taylor to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
13 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Now Jones. Thrown across his body and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Mixon with a first down and more.
Greatest show on earth.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a first and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. From the gun, Jones. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a second and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
This is Hines, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
Jones now off the play fake. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Brings up fourth down.
for it with Hines. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Throwing Jones. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. From the gun, Jones. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here we go on fourth down. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll pull it down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Second and goal at the Jaguars' 4-yard line.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. They'll look to run with Taylor. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on third and goal. Off the play fake, Jones. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a...
It's a foot race. 20.
In your face.
10. Touchdown. Jaguars. Joe Mixon. The second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And he didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Taylor. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Looking for Campbell downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Jaguars 24.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Jones throwing on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And he's got the 1st down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. After the penalty, it's Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Second and 14.
This is Chenault on the receiving end.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now Joe Mixon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun again to Mixon. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides.
It ain't no joke out here right now.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Once again, they run with Mixon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
That one looks like he'll throw here to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On second down, it's Hines. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Try and run for the first with Taylor. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On second down, it's Taylor. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Colts 34, Jaguars 24. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many